at all. So prepare your earbuds. I mean, as far as torture goes, that was amusing torture. I will say that. But thank you for putting up with me. Crush that bottle. That bottle can go down there. I need another bin like right next to my, because otherwise it's got to like chuck it across the room. Simply's stuck at work because she's just got given a ridiculous amount of work to do by tomorrow. So if everyone can give her some sympathy in chat, like sympathy hearts, we can have sympathy hearts, right? This is a little bit loud. Right, let's get to the settings before it blows up. There, it's blowing up. We have to exit and restart. There we go, sympathy hearts. Make it louder in the name of the Emperor. I mean, I could, but then you wouldn't have eardrums to be able to hear the Emperor. Is that quieter? Could be a little bit quieter.
Welcome to the Empire.
Simply!
Stay shiny.
Mighty Rick gifted a tier 1 sub to Simply JXN. Welcome to the Empire, Simply. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing them, Rick. Thank you for that generosity. Thank you very much. There we go, Simply. You now have access to a load of my emotes. I can use your emotes and you can use mine. We can reciprocate emotes. Most of mine are cats. I'll be completely frank. Most of my emotes are cats. Okay, this is a lot louder. Has it paid attention to my... Did it? Oh, that definitely works. That works. A little bit less. Yeah, somewhere about there. That's about right. Is that like a good level? Can you hear everything over that? Like, music is at hitting 20-ish decibels. I normally keep that about 30. Oh god, your Simply love emote Simply is just simply the best. Bow, bow. Yeah, I'm guessing you've heard that way too many times. My ears are not bleeding, it must be louder. I mean, I could turn... Alright, what do people want? Louder or quieter? Make your decision. Oh, I forgot that Slytherin games don't allow you to tab out of them without them disappearing. Can I change that? Full screen, alt enter. Windowed undecorated. What does that mean? Window. I want to click it now. Oh, it makes a window. But it's not got a border. Okay, right. What if I force that to be full screen? Yeah, I can click out of it. Sweet. That's borderless window. Oh dear, Rick. Oh my. I agree with Simply on that. Oh my, indeed. Sorry. Yeah, Rick needs the toothbrushes. Okay, so I'm assuming it sounds quiet, welcome sounds fine, sounds good. Steamed Walnut, welcome to the Empire. Thanks for subscribing, thanks for on the channel. Steamed... Can you steam walnuts? Like... Can you steam walnuts? Is that a thing? I just eat walnuts. Do you steam them? Thank you very much, Steam Walnut. Welcome to the Empire. You can steam anything. That is true. You can steam anything, but I'm not sure if it's like edible after. That's the main part. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Empire, Steamed Walnut. Thank you for subscribing. Okay, so we're gonna do the introduction. If it is too loud or anything, let me know. Now, bear in mind that this is really confusing, because every bit of art is the Ultramarines, which threw me for a loop. Steamed walnut banana pudding. So is that a steamed walnut banana pudding, or is that a steamed walnut banana pudding? I mean, do you steam the pudding or do you steam the walnuts? It's somewhat stationary for me right now. This was working the other day when I tested it. I'm hoping it... No, it's not gonna... Maybe we need to reopen it. Do you steam pudding? I mean, I think you can steam pudding, right? It's a thing. I know it's a thing. That's all I know. I'm pretty sure you can steam pudding. I don't know what type of pudding. Like, presumably not all... Oh, there's an error. It needs to close down. Okay, that's doing good. Okay. I mean, for science, we could test different types of pudding. You know, simply. We could have a pudding testing competition where we have to test, you know, if the steam pudding works as a concept. Are we talking about English pudding or American pudding? I mean, isn't pudding just the last course, like it's dessert? Right, pudding.
Gladius Prime was a bastion of humanity, newly colonized. A suitable base for our chapter
New colonies don't really happen very often, but sure.
Recruit. We Space Marines raised our fortress here.
Ultramarines
grew strong again.
But you already have Ultramar. That's kind of the point.
But the Orc invasion brought a warp storm
Orcs
that
don't
cut
bring
off our
warp
Emperor's
stones.
light.
Orcs don't bring warp stones.
And the dread Necrons crawled from the earth beneath our feet.
Okay, you really chose
War
the place.
was on all sides, yet we are the Emperor's chosen. We do not dread the dark, or quail at the relics of old. Terror is for those who oppose us. We know no fear.
I know the Ultramarines have several planets. They have more than several planets. They have basically an entire segmentum, right? Let's be honest. The Ultramarines have like an entire segmentum to themselves. Almost, give or take a little bit. Let me just check. Gladius. It is out right now, right? It literally came out today. Let's check. Did it come out today? Did it come out today? Yeah, it's now available. It came out today. There we go. I saw some people asking like, how do you have a copy of the game already? Isn't it out today? It's like literally out today. Yeah, release date is today. Corvinus, I'm playing it right now. There we go. I was like, it is out. Right, you can move your camera around. That's lovely. You can deploy most of the crucial instruction from orbit to found your fortress, which is the backbone of the Empire. Click on the deploy city button. Ooh. Ruins of Vol. Unexplored. That's actually stunningly important Elder things. But that's fine. I guess here's a nice one. It's got like a lot of plus 30% to, I think it's research. The Vol gives a flat 2 research. These 3 are, I think you get from any tile, and you also get 10% power from there. We could go here and get that 10% requisition. Yeah, it's basically Warhammer 40,000 Civ. They called it like a 4X game, but I'm not sure if they know what a 4X game is. They said 4X to me, and I was like, that's not a 4X game. But it's a Civ game. I think we'll drop here. The bonus only counts for the building on that top. What? Oh, if you have a building then on it. Okay. That's pretty nice, though. Look at that. Looks like a nice fortress. Hey, kitty. You was going crazy over there. She was going crazy when I was recording earlier. She was knocking things over. It was crazy. Very much so. Deploy the crucial buildings. Blah, 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 blah. Cities, gain resources. Growth. 4 turns into get no pop. We get 12.2 resource, requisition, 3.6 energy, 8.6 science, 13.2 influence, and 5
Welcome
loyalty.
to the Empire.
Dev Hobbs, welcome to the Empire. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for on the channel. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Empire. Yes, you know I was saying that's like all about the Ultramarines. Those aren't Ultramarines. Ultramarines have red bolters. They have Ultramarine blue armor. The white is the veteran company, so that's first company. So it's probably not, you know, that's probably not first company. They're not Ultra Smurfs, right? They are wearing the correct insignia for a tactical unit. But their other shoulder pad is just spikes? That seems to be more reminiscent of like Mark III or 2 armor or something. Also, there's some screen tearing, by the way. I don't know if you can see that. The wings of Korax. They've named their fortress after the Raven Guard's Primarch. The first company aren't just Terminators, Kaney. It depends how many sets of tactical dreadnought armor they have. But that is where you get the Terminators. All Terminators are first company. Not all first company's Terminators. Yeah, I know. They went away from the just red bolter thing to make them, you know, look slightly more badass because the red clashed with the blue. But still. It's interesting. There is a lot of background to Warhammer 40k. I mean, a lot of it is somewhat copied and stolen. Like, the navigators and stuff are basically straight out of Dune. I'm not, you know, obviously I'm not the person to just say Warhammer 40k is, like, trash or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that a lot of it is copied and stolen from other works is where they get their influence. Obviously, the Tolkien. Everyone gets influence from Tolkien these days. Blah, 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 blah. Fuel, blah, blah, blah. Move the selected unit by holding the right mouse button over a destination tile. Holding the button down will display which path the unit will take. Guys, you can only move a unit once. So if I right-click there, it can only move to there, and then that's it. I can't, like, click, click, click like you do in Civ. Isn't Korax a traitor Primarch? Raven Guard isn't. Korax isn't a traitor Primarch for the Raven Guard. Korax was loyal. Korax was loyal. Went to Istvan. The Raven Guard got massacred. He asked for permission from the Emperor to rebuild the Legion with some, like, dubious gene seed techniques. And then I think the Alpha Legion poisoned his gene seed techniques so that everything came out as, like, horrible, like, spawns and weird stuff. And it kind of sent him mad. Like, he was so disappointed that he gutted the Legion and caused such horrific stuff to happen that he killed them all personally, and then just, what did he do? Fly off into the warp storm or something? Something like that. I can't remember what happened to him. I think he flew off. I just never spotted him. Yeah, I know some of them are meant to have become the Raptors or whatever, but the core canon, without going into a lot of the derivation and stuff, is that he committed them all. Fly off into the Eye of Terror. Yeah, I thought it was that, but I didn't want to be too certain, because I know, like, a lot of Primarchs flew off into the Eye of Terror. It became a thing. We'll move up to here. Yeah, you can only move them once, so I missed out on a bit of move there. Wireweed. Okay. What's this? Shard of Vol. Gladius is full of unknown treasures and vicious alien creatures to explore. You will receive discovery notifications that can be open to reveal more information. Some terrain can be explored for rewards, while other terrain might hurt you, blah, 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 blah. If you stand on it, blah, blah, blah. Tread carefully. Life can be ruthless. Leave it alone, it may spare you. To open the city screen, you click on the city name. Double-click it. You can select your city's defense by single-clicking headquarters. All cities have limited firepower that protect themselves when attacked. Okay. Here's our building list. There are 3 building slots in the city. Right, so each of those is a building slot, and there were 3 per bit of land. That makes sense. Begin by constructing an army infantry production building. Click the blinking icon and select the city tile. Okay. And there are mouse overs, which I love. But seriously, if your game does not have mouse overs, I am like 50% less likely to enjoy your game at a quick glance. So we are going to build a Great Hall. Wait, no, we can't. Can we build a Great Hall? No, that increases the population limit. What do we want? Generates requisition. General time. Library. Influence. Loyalty. Tiles of special resources can be captured by moving a unit on them. So construct an outpost provided you have a small but important bonus to your research. Your resources. Defend the outpost, or they'll be overtaken by factions or the wildlife. Ruins of Vol provide rewards to the first player exploring them. Oh, so Ruins of Vol are basically like goodie huts. Some even provide ancient items can later be equipped by heroes to make them stronger or excel in specific encounters. I want to build a Great Hall. Can I not build a Great Hall? Oh no, the headquarters is already there. Destroying the headquarters unit destroys the entire city. Okay, so that is like the center, right. What's the one that I need to build more units? Medical aid. Requisition. It doesn't say which one the... Because that's the generatorium, right? I assume it would be a rec factory it wants me to build. Oh, it doesn't say up top? The apothecarium. That produces infantry as well as generates research. Yes, good call. It does say up top. You are completely correct. We'll build the apothecarium there, and then we could do like an acquire tile action. And we'll acquire tile over here. Alright, and then we've got to choose our research. Armory. Building that produces ground vehicles. Tactical doctrine. Increase the accuracy of tactical space marines. Heroes. Generous influence increases loyalty. Orbital scan. Frag grenade. Do we go for heroes, buildings, or a buff to our tactical marines? What do you think? I mean, they've copied a lot of the Civ mechanics, right? They've even got goodie huts from Talisman, like Shards of Vol or whatever. Here, everyone's going heroes. Okay. Guess we're gonna go for heroes then. We'll start researching that. Sweet. All right, exit city. Tech tree provides faction, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. And turn. Oh, hello. Crew hounds. Do we just shoot at them when they come in range? Oi! Piss off, that's my city. We've got a wall for that. That wall's terrible. Doesn't help that it's apparently just, like, up to their legs. That's fine. Units of action points remaining have ranged weapons will automatically perform Overwatch attacks when the enemy enters. That's really neat. So if you don't move like your full distance, right, you get a shoot for free. That's really cool. That's a nice mechanic. That means that you can like just not have to move your full distance every turn. There is a benefit. I'd like that. That's cool. I'm just gonna turn the light off. Yeah. I mean, it's an XCOM-y type thing, but it's a good addition, I feel. I think we'll just keep walking this way in the really slow terrain. That's great. Okay. We discovered Promethium relay pipes. And Adamantium weave vest as a passive buff. Alright. No, if you do not perform an action like shooting using grenade, movement does not factor into that. Ah, Mandrag. Okay, cool, I get it. Okay, murdered them. Items provided can either be passive bonus or given the new unit ability. Okay, so I need to have a hero to be able to claim the adamant vest. Okay. More? God damn it. I like that they pass inside the building to attack it. Doesn't seem weird at all. Right, can we set up a garrison thing here? Oh, no, we've already set it up because we're on it, right? You can see that we've got like little towers around it, so we can leave that now. Promethean relay pipes. Okay. Okay. Stuff about statistics. I should probably not skip those. The only reason that Space Marines wear pauldrons is to work on their muscle mass. I mean, they make sense, right? If you're going to be firing like that, you want a big pauldron. It's why when we do, like, if you ever have, like, a customization, and you can customize a character in a game, and they allow you to customize pauldrons differently, like they did in, like, the Halo games and stuff. I haven't played them, like, the last one, but the one before that, certainly. I always, like, get the massive pauldron on this arm, and, like, massive pauldron on this arm. I'd always get, like, a minimal one, because you hold your gun like that, so you've got the pauldron towards the person, then you've got, like, you know, a light arm over there. By expending influence, you can do strategic and tactical operations. One such operation is the deployment of a Fortress of Redemption, a stationary unit that secures adjacent to special resource features. Okay, so that's how we, like, gain extra resources? Like, maybe this? Red calf leaf? Ooh! What is this? That looks like some sort of intact talisman of Val. Or this is a Jakero trade encampment. Heretics! Burn the heretics. Oh, it's Recath leaf. Okay. Yeah, it's basically coffee. Recath is not just coffee, it's tea as well. It depends on the writer, but normally Recath means anything with caffeine, and it varies across the Imperium. There are different things that they use for the coffee or tea or whatever. You only have one city as a Space Marine. Oh, okay. I think we'll just grab those. And yeah, we'll shoot the crew. Jakero are sort of, they're not really properly sanctioned as far as I'm aware, but they're often like given waivers and stuff. Like, I don't think they're sanctioned at an Imperial-wide level, but they're often like given a pass at smaller than, you know, at totally Empire-wide, I think. I've never heard of them being given a full pass. I don't think I've heard of any alien race being given a full pass at Imperium-wide level. Technically, policy is still,
the heretic must burn. The alien is filth. Yes, please, I would like a Jakara Digi-Ring. That's so cool.
pretty much. Oh, I still need to claim it. Yeah, I need to move someone on top. Reclusium! The one that produces heroes as well as generates influence. And loyalty. For those rare ceremonies that require the attendance of every battle brother, the vastness of the Requiem allows the entire chapter to gather. Okay. We can produce a librarian, a captain, or a chaplain. Okay, we need more influence to do so. A lot more influence. We need like 80. Okay, maybe building this wasn't the best of plans. The chaplain apparently needs more than that. Why is the chaplain so expensive? Those are basically the same price, right? Librarian and captain are basically the same price. But the chaplain? What? Why are you costing so much? Chaplains are the lame ones. Chaplains suck. Produce a chaplain and call him Charlie. I want to do that now. This is Charlie the chaplain. We call him Charlie Chaplain. I love that idea. Firex, I'm on board with that. I want to do that now. Rapid fire weapon. Units of rapid fire weapon are able to cause much more damage at close range. We can still fire from further away. Murder. Right, and we should be claiming that, right? We've moved on it? Yeah, we've claimed it. We've claimed that. The Diamond Shore. Meh. Chaplains are super buffs and usually come with warp powers? We can also probably train this up. They shouldn't come with warp powers. Surely not. In fluff. Yeah, let's be honest though. Half the Warhammer 40k fluff is just trash. Like, just really trash. They need to police their own fluff because there is no canon anymore. Oh, I also need to unlock you. Hammer of Wrath. Scout bikes, okay. We'll probably get an armory for vehicles. Are you still building things? There's no cannon. It makes the Imperial Guard very sad. By the way, Basilisk, definitely one of the best cannons that they had. Everybody loves Basilisk tanks. It's open-topped, which sucks. But having a Strength 9 AP 2 cannon is always good fun. Because then it's like, hey, you know those Terminators of yours? What's my 30-minute evaluation of the game so far? Hey, it's pretty like Civ, but I haven't really had a proper full evaluation yet, so I would need longer. Rapid fire, yeah, I know that. Cool. We should... I want to acquire tile. I think we'll just exit city and continue. Chaplains are the religious leaders of the Space Marines. Yeah, the problem with chaplains is that chaplains are, like, really dedicated to it as a religion, whereas most Space Marines are like, yeah, mate, Emperor was a dude. He was a pretty cool dude, but he was a dude. Whereas the chaplains are like, venerate the immortal Emperor. Which is one thing I've never really fully understood. Like, I know they serve a purpose, etc., but most Space Marines treat it as, you know, whatever. Oh, this doesn't look worrying at all. Necron Tomb. That's not a problem. That's gonna go fine. Enslavers? I mean, these are the things that basically killed off the old ones. So, you know, little bit scary. Little bit scary. Still have no idea what this is. Yeah, I'm not gonna shoot at them. I'm not gonna shoot at them. I'm hoping they're gonna ignore me. No. My unit got taken over by them. No! I need my coffee supply! I refuse to shoot my fellow Space Marines. God damn it. Acquire new tile. Get the awkward fungus. Unless it's in the Necron tomb, probably bad things, like Necrons. I'm gonna skip that unit. And you can produce me a technical infantry. Can you do that at the same time? Yeah, we injured them a little bit. Okay, neat. That's nice. Okay, there's still a Necron tomb here. Yeah, if I kill these slaves, I get my Marines back, but there's no real certainty about that. I'll get some recap because we need our coffee. You know, Space Marines are famed for their need for coffee. Yeah, no, enslavers... Right, so those of you who don't know what enslavers are and what they do and how they act. Can they take out my buildings? No, they just hit them. Okay. Completed our armory research. Oh, sweet. That means we can do buildings. Vehicles. That's the one. I'll shoot you again. So enslavers are basically, if you have a powerful psyker who is unshielded, hasn't been trained to like disguise themselves or defend themselves in the warp, and they make a bit of a beacon for themselves in the warp, which is like effectively where the soul or the power of the humans come from. It's how you generate your magics in the universe. The enslaver goes, "Ooh, look, tasty food," and it goes over and it then grabs your soul and then starts to control you. And then using that, it then controls you a little bit, distorts you, and eventually turns you into like a fleshy gate using your power. It's like a gate into the Immaterium. And that gate into the Immaterium, then more enslavers come out. And then these enslavers that come out go around and go, nom people, nom people, nom people, nom people, nom people, nom people. And then they can create more gates and control more people, and create more gates and create more people, and then control more people and more gates. You get the idea. It's very quick. So like your window, you know, not joking about the window into the Immaterium thing. Your window would be when someone becomes controlled by an enslaver, then you kill them. After that, it's too late, and you just exterminate the planet. That's one of the things that you can call an exterminator. I know they've been very, like, flippant in canon about what you can call exterminatus for. They're just like,
Ah! I fell on a thumbtack! Exterminatus that planet! It offends me because I fell on it, and it was painful.
but genuinely, throughout canon consistently, enslavers are one of the few things that you're meant to just be able to call exterminatus for immediately. Like, as soon as you see that there's an enslaver portal, it's, nope, exterminatus. Because they will just take over everything. They're also really powerful psychers, and then eat really powerful psychers. That's what they do. It kind of undermines that statement about exterminatus, the fact that they just exterminate everything these days. But that is the point. Like, they're meant to be one of the very few things in canon where they're like, no, if it just happens, you just exterminate it us later. Resource buildings. Okay. You want to match the icons. What do I need? How much do you... What do you cost, right? You cost influence. No, you cost requisition. We We should make another constructor factory. Ugh, that's just extra research. I guess we'll go for extra research then. I like the idea of 30% extra research. Enslavers exist incorporeal. Yeah, effectively they exist only in the warp until they create the fleshy warp gate. At that point, then they start coming through. But the first one grabs the psychic in the warp and then controls them. But it doesn't exist in reality, so it's really hard to tell if someone's actually like under the sway of an enslaver. Like, you could tell by, you know, if you're a powerful psychic and you tried to look at them using some sort of psychic power, but then you're using a psychic power around an enslaver, and the enslaver would be like, oh, look, more food. So you're kind of making yourself a little bit vulnerable. It's not a good idea. So tempted by assault space marines. We'll get dormitories to increase the population limit. Like, oh, ow. Hey, we're doing proper Space Marine stuff, like not even getting remotely hurt by that. That's nice. Would Slash take an issue of enslavers wanting Elder Souls? As far as I know, enslavers don't really go after Elder most of the time because the Elder are pretty good at shielding themselves. But if the Elder did make a noise, they would totally be enslaved as well. Enslavers attack anything that makes a noise in the warp and is unshielded effectively. I think as far as I know, the Elder would still die. But I don't know. Maybe it's an actual wrong with that. Oh no, they killed a Space Marine! Oh no, where did the enslavers go? I was hoping that I could kill them. Oh well, end turn. There's a lot of Kroot around here. We've got ourselves dormitories. Chicago Trader Encampment. I think we're going to send you up here. They control the person by latching onto them in the warp, though. So, because they do that, the part of the person that is in the warp is their soul. That is effectively what their soul is. So, it's never stated that they take their soul, they devour their soul or anything like that, but they must grab the soul in some regard. So it's possible. I wouldn't rule one way or the other. I'd say, you know, that's the sort of thing that if you had it in an RPG, it'd be free game. Claim an extra tile. Yes, give me bonus, that one. Bonus requisition. I think I'll go Tactical Doctrine. Increase accuracy of our tactical marines. Yeah. I mean, it's not stated, like, you know, you might say that their soul dies or whatever. But you could also equally just say that, you know, it destroys their soul or perverts their soul or uses their soul or reshapes their soul, so why not? Considering how many liberties the writers take, I would say that would be completely fair game. Yeah, they tentacle the soul. Technical doctrine. Greetings, Thanatos! The God Emperor says hello. He cannot come to the phone right now. On the account of being stuck in a chair. But he'd like to. He sends his regards. You should come back and heal. I think you just heal if you come into my... I know the tooltips had said stuff and I started clicking past them and that was a very big mistake. But... Oh, it's a unit. Archaeocopia. Invulnerable. Ambles. They're the enslavers. It's littered with old one tech of all sizes and kinds. While some artifact items may be bought, bigger artifacts must be captured from the tentacles of enslavers. Once all adjacent units holding control of the artifact have been killed, the artifact can be captured by right-clicking on it with selected units. Oh. So we can, like, right-click on that and then control it if we kill the enslavers off. Interesting. See, I appreciate that... Can we get arm balls for ourselves? They're just ape-like Xenos creatures, right? Okay. Ancient Exterminatus device. Oh, God. Hollow like a blown egg, these artifacts house a range of ancient analgesic flora. It's a perfect lubricant. Well, there you go. We have the perfect lubricant. If only we could get it away from the enslavers. That's it. This is the war for lubricant. I'm changing the stream name. That's it. The war for lubricant. Done. I should probably mark the stream as mature content. Anyway, come on, you've got the toothbrushes for that, chat. Got to use your emotes, right? Lube cop. How old is the Emperor? Old enough. I can't shoot with you, so I'm gonna skip you. And I want a resource thing over there. At least 40,000. Yeah, because he's referenced during the Crusades, I think. Like the medieval Crusades. But I think it's older, because if it depends on what canon you go by, right? Depends on what canon you go by. They've changed the canon or rewritten the canon without mentioning some of the other stuff, so it may be not canon anymore, it might still be canon. I'll get crack grenades. Punch Kid! £3! Thank you very much! Lube it up! Lube it up. Move out! Move out and lube it up. Thank you very much. I don't know... What do I get from this? I've claimed it. What do I get? I get 20% influence. Okay, cool. I think. Enslavers! God damn it. Simply, why are you hiding? Do you not want some sort of really fancy future lube? Valde, yeah, it's a Chikara outpost. Apparently there's a lot of them. Hey, I'm not making it up. It said, here we go. Nourishes the living races and is a perfect lubricant. I'm not making this up. Apparently the best thing about that is it's a perfect lubricant. Don't let Shen near that outpost. Yeah, no, he'll murder them all. Can't trust him. Can't trust him at all. I mean, I'm helping. I'm trying. I'm offering to share. Are you healed? Oh, no, you're the one that's not healed. Okay, you need to move forwards then. I know! I can't believe he did that space around me. It was great, but I can't believe they did that space around me. Grox. Ooh, what do Grox actually look like? Kind of cute, weird cow armadillos. I don't know. I didn't want to know that about Necrons. You can skip. How do I skip? Is there a shortcut for skip? Spacebar. Okay. It was great RP. It really was. Alright, we've got crack grenades. They get people addicted, and then they don't pay attention to us. That's great. You need to come back. And then choose research. Land speeder sounds... Oh, librarian, though. Hey, Gothic Jane! We've just learned that we are apparently fighting a war for some sort of space lubricant. It didn't even remotely make that up. We'll get a land speeder because it contributes to water. That seems lovely. Lantern. Oh, don't attack my copy. It's my copy. Force expansion. That would also be a good one. We should do that after. I'm not going to attack with you. I'm going to attack with you. I'm going to get right up. And then we've got abilities. We can throw a crack grenade. 3 damage. Attacks 1 times 5. Is this more powerful? It's got arm penetration. I assume it's less powerful, but it's got arm pen, right? You, Lube? Lube is your friend. Never be intimidated by Lube. Use as much as is necessary. And always more is necessary than you think. What factions? I believe there's... I want to say there's 4. I could be wrong. I think it's Space Marine, Necron, Orc, Eldar, or something like that. I could be wrong. There's an option to tell my outpost to heal? Hold position until healed. I'm not sure that actually works on them, but... Takes note. I mean, Rick is right. In the grim darkness of 41st Millennium, apparently they have some great lube. I'm just saying. Oh, maybe there is Imperial Guard. I don't know yet. I've only got so far. What? Are we shooting the arm balls? No. They're just poor little beasties. Skip you. We will go this way with you. And then city. What can we do with the city? What's our population limit? We've got 2 more before we have to do that. I think we'll build the armory, because that way we can build some ground units. Build there. I mean, Chaos would be very similar, but I can see what you mean. I don't know why they wouldn't have Chaos in the game. It seems a bit weird. We're going to exit the city, clear notifications, and turn. Oh, poor arm balls. They've just been controlled by enslavers. They don't know what they're doing. They're actually really cute. Those weird bipedal pincer bugs. Screw you! Apparently hard to kill Vlascannons, though. Can we hold position until healed? Yeah. Okay, so you heal 10% to turn out of city or 20% to turn in city. Okay, so 2 of the races in the game are Imperial. That seems a high percentage. What is this? A Catachan Devil. Oh god, okay. That's scary. And an enemy thing. I found an enemy thing. It does look a little bit out of place in a desert, but sure. Admiral Bro Code! 1,663 bits! I wish you the best of luck in killing all the things. Thank you very much, Admiral Bro Code. Thank you very much. That puts you as the stream Admiral Bro Code. Do we just shorten it to Admiral Bro Code? Or do we want to say like Admiral Bro Code? With 5,163 bits in second place is Immoral Mage as the stream Commodore. And of course Wing Zero is the stream Captain for this week. Thank you very much, Admiral Bro Code. We'll end the turn. Oh, it's Necrons. It's Necrons! Okay, they're tough. What was that? Apparently it's solar powered. Yes, yes, attack the Necrons, Catachan Devil. Yes, the wildlife fights you back! Damage exceeds expectation. Recall protocols. Okay, we got land speeders. AI Necrons. The Necrons may only have emerged from the summer recently in the galactic terms in a fraction of them awake. They're all proving themselves to be a thorn in the Imperial side. Regardless, heavily armored enemies with devastating firepower that should be fought with care and respect. And they're not Ultramarines. All the art in the game is of Ultramarines, so it makes you think they're Ultramarines, but they're not. Because they're tiny bit differently colored, and the rest of their scheme doesn't really fit, like, otherwise they'd be First Company, and no, they're not. I think I'll back away, because I don't want to get caught in the crossfire there. Oh, there's poor Ombols. No, yeah, the naming scheme does make no sense whatsoever. I mean, it could be the wings of... Right, if they're not Ultramarines, they could be from the Raven Guard line. If they're from the Raven Guard line, they're a successor chapter. They totally legitimately could have the Wings of Corax as a name, right? That's fine. Because if they happen to be a descendant of the Corax Raven Guard, that would be fine. So that's my assumption what the canon is. I can rename it, I guess. Huh, that's pretty cool. And we'll name it the Admiral of Bro Code. There we go, Admiral Bro Code. Thank you very much. We will get ourselves another... You should get us... No, we should save up some of our requisition, actually. We should save up. I want to get some fun things. Blood Ravens is stolen Imperial armor. Just saying, could be. More enslavers, great. Okay, bye. Is that regens? Gonna skip you. Notifications, okay. No problem, Aaron Rocco. Thank you very much for the bits. No, don't grab onto my buildings like that. We will definitely have to have a Charlie the Chaplain if we research chaplains, but they're so expensive. They're like twice as expensive or whatever. And they have an aura effect that helps allies, and I don't have enough people to make that worthwhile. So I'm going to send an extra person up here. Katachan Devil Lair. That did barely anything. Okay, maybe we need our crack grenades. Maybe it counts as armored. We'll wait there. Okay, that's not nice. What do you? Why are you solar powered? Oh god, it's just murdering Space Marines. That's gonna be our first Space Marine unit wipe. Hi. Screw you! That seemed really ineffective. Ineffective. I summon another one and I attack the lair? Is that it? Oh dear. I shouldn't do that. Or I can leave them to fight the Necrons. That's my cunning plan. I'm gonna stick to that. What a city. I'm probably gonna pass on you. You can't do a Chaos faction. I think people are saying it's like Imperial Guard, Space Marine, Necron, and the other one I think then is Orcs, right? Something like that. Yeah, they'll probably come murder me, knowing my luck. Let's get the city. It's regenerated already. That's great. We're doing so well. Hey, at least the instant sliders are still here. Okay, we expanded that. I'm gonna just hope they don't attack us. They probably will. And then our city. Can we build? Yes! Scout bikes! I think we'll produce a land speeder or two and a scout bike. Just one land speeder and a scout bike. And then more tactical units. And we'll do an acquire tile action at the same time. We're not gaining very much power. So we'll get some more power. Kraken bolts. Increase the damage of all bolt weapons. I'm down for that. And then maybe the Predator. Can I queue that up with a... No, you can't queue it up. Okay. The Predator, I won't go for the moment just because it's quite expensive. I can't really afford a Predator. Also, the Enslavers would just take it over or some crap like that, and I'd be like, oh, I'm going to Enslave myself. Check the orbital relay before that. Faster building, fast oh, good point. Yeah, orbital relay would then be like a really obvious choice that I should probably get instead. Yeah, let's actually do that. Orbital relay. Yeah, let's just continue to hide over here. And then just hold until healed. You hold. I'll move this way because that's unexplored. And then city. We want a generatorium. There. Kraken bolts, exploding ones. So all bolt rounds, nearly all bolt rounds, like nearly all bolt rounds explode or do something like that, right? Standard bolt rounds are basically small rockets. They have rockets in the back, and they have a warhead on the front with a bit of an armor penetrating. Kraken rounds are the armor penetrating variant, I believe, off the top of my head. They have a slightly different explosion, so instead of being like a bang frag, decide to, you know, damage things around it and go through soft tissue. Kraken ones are designed to penetrate armor and then explode with a slightly different charge. Rocket on the back, warhead on the front. Glad it's not the other way around. Yeah, that would be weird. And also not great. That would be bad. I think we will move to the edge, see what there is in the shore. Hopefully we'll have our speeder soon. Well, okay. Canon has varied slightly. But generally, the core concept between what is in canon, what is said in a lot of places in canon, and assumptions about relative scarcity and abundance are melter weapons are meant to be really, really rare. Kraken bolts are, you know, difficult to come by. So, in theory, most spacemen should use Kraken bolts. A melter weapon is the equivalent of, like, a sledgehammer, right? If you're using... Alright, if your normal bolter is, you know, a hammer, a Kraken bolt is like, oh, it's a bigger hammer. But it's still a hammer. Your melter weapon is your sledgehammer. Your melter weapon will take out fully heavily armored vehicles. I mean, like, you know, full-on main battle tanks, big, thickly armored, like, constructs, stuff like that. Whereas your Kraken round is designed to deal with just heavy armor. Normally heavy infantry armor. It could damage a vehicle, but it's designed to deal with heavy infantry armor. Whereas a melter gun is an anti-tank weapon. It's the equivalent of being like, look, I've got an armor-penetrating bullet in my pistol, and, oh, look, I've got an RPG. Like, they're different things. Chain fist is the only true answer. Okay, up to relay. Should speed up production times. If you're gonna punch a tank to death, what are you even doing in 40k? It's a fair point. They changed the rules, right, since 3rd edition, but in 3rd edition, you could make a stand your ground attack. So if a vehicle ever charged you and tried to run you down, you would automatically get out the way, unless you failed a morale check, in which case you'd fall back. But you could choose to not. You could choose to make a stand your ground attack, which meant that you would, I think, like insta-die or something, but you could make one attack versus the tank as it came towards you. And I remember reading in one battle report that, like, it was the sergeant of a squad who had a power sword or something like that made a stand your ground attack against a tank that charged him, and he happened to get like double sixes or whatever and blew the tank up in front of him as it charged. And I was like, that guy needs a promotion. That dude is, yeah, he needs at least one promotion, at least 5 medals. I can't remember what the specifics of the battle was, but I definitely recall like there was a sergeant or someone who stood in front of a tank as the rest of the squad moved to the side, and the sergeant elected to do a stand your ground attack, and he would like only penetrate the tank on a 6 and get a glancing on like a 5 or something. It can't be that. Persuasion is a strength 4, so it must be a 6. I like that rule. Get the orbital relay. Does it do anything else? No. It's going to take 8 turns to make, but it will speed up the rest of our production. How do you remember the sergeant's name? Ah, we lose our research time. Okay. That was a tabletop. How would the GM handle that? Yeah, no, that was tabletop. How would a GM handle that? It depends what you're playing. How do force weapons work? Okay, let's start with how would a GM handle that? It depends. If you're playing, like, any game that isn't Deathwatch, it's called You Die. Like, yeah, no. You're just dead. Maybe you're playing, like, super high-level Inquisitor as well. Maybe Rogue Trader. Depends on Black Crusade. But I'd make someone make some sort of test, and even then, they'd probably be dead. Because if a tank charges you, if it's charging you, like, 20 miles an hour, can you imagine trying to punch a car moving at 20 miles an hour? Like, good job, you punched a car. Like, your fist is mostly going to bounce off, and also you're going to get hit at the speed of like 30 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour from a punch, if you can do that, 20 miles an hour from a car, and it's not going to budge. So you're going to go one way, and then you're going to go the other way fast, and that's going to mean that your skin's going to stay for a few seconds, your bones are going to move back, and it's all just going to be very, very nasty. Ooh, what's that? Shard of Val. Okay.
That's Venus.
If you're playing that with something like Space Marines or whatever, right? You could do it, but it would be one of these like epic, like, yeah, this is really going to hurt moments, etc. Just the tabletop doesn't, you know, have a simultaneous you get hit and you do a hit thing. Like, even if you hit the object, even if you damage it, like, you're still going to get right in front of it, so it's going to be really tough. What do I want to produce here? I don't actually want to produce anything with Apothecarium. We're producing some bikes right now, so I'm good. No, piss off. What was the other question? Force weapons. Okay, so Force weapons differ in canon. Force weapons aren't consistent. What is generally true is that they just create like a blast of psionic energy when you hit something, or they, you know, do something similar. Or maybe they may sometimes like copy a power blade's like power field but with force. Heavy bolters. Too high-pitched. Too high-pitched. No. One of the things that no Space Marine game has really got right is the sound of bolters. None of them sound like bolters. They all sound like like they're rocket-propelled cannons. They're not meant to be. They're not meant to be sound like they're firing like .556 or something. 556 doesn't even sound like that. The Space Marine, literally, the game called Space Marine did it right. That made it feel right when you fired a bolter. That was like. Like, that was like, you know, it's a gun that's firing a big, heavy bullet that's also got a rocket in it, right? That was good. That was right. Not a... Because that's mostly the sound of the reciprocating firing system. And then a crack overlaid when each bullet is hit. But a bolter round consistently burns the propellant as well. So you should have a boof, boof, boof. There should be a sound afterwards as the thing leaves the barrel and then the discharge of gas comes out. At minimum. Oh, it probably would break a lot of people's eardrums. I mean, it depends on the bolter, right? A Space Marine bolter is huge. It's like that or something, and that's for a bolter which they carry as like a little SMG. Like this is it's you know, it's a heavy weapon. I think the rules for carrying around an Adeptus Astartes weapon is it's considered a heavy weapon for anyone who isn't an Astartes. I'll skip that end turn. Oh yeah, you'd probably like break your arm or something. It would probably just break your finger. Let's be honest. If you tried to fire it and you had your finger in the trigger, it would just throw itself out of your hand, and your finger would get stuck. And your hand would go with it, and then it would just break your finger. Like, it wouldn't break your arm, probably. It's possible. It's more likely just to knock itself out. If you braced it in such a way that it couldn't knock itself out, then yeah, you'd like, you know, you'd maybe break your arm, you'd dislocate your shoulder or something. I can imagine dislocated shoulders. Right, those enslavers, they're gonna die. Sisters of Battle don't fire Astartes pattern bolters. For a start, they have power armor, which helps with that. And secondly, they don't fire Astartes pattern bolters. I know in the game they look very similar, but they're not. Canon and all the role-playing games differentiate between Adeptus Astartes pattern bolters and Sister of Silence and any other type of bolter. And Astartes pattern bolter is larger. Like, it uses bigger damage dice, it has better stats, and it's also like ridiculously sturdy. Yeah, I'll skip you. The ammunition might be the same, but like that's the same as saying a 50 cal is the same as a pistol. Yeah, they both use solid ammunition. They both use a propellant at the back that ignites and burns along the length of the barrel. It should be ignited by the time the bullet leaves the end of the barrel. Both of them, you know, fire one shot, bam. But we're talking about hugely different calibers and different purposes, different ranges, and different firing stances. I mean, when I say 50 cal, I mean a 50 cal rifle, right? A 50 cal sniper or something, not a 50 cal pistol, because that's just stupid. Like, there's so little point in a 50 cal pistol. Yes, we got our unit back. Huzzah. Wait, we managed to shake this unit of Grox. Really? By shooting some arm balls? Okay. But what do I use when I show that I really need somebody dead but not enough to buy a rifle? More bullets is generally what I believe the Mafia use. Like if you really need someone dead, then you use more bullets. That's what the Mafia do, right? They just shoot you a lot and they don't stop shooting. That's how they make their points. Fuzzy is hosting. Quick, Fuzzy's hosting. Everybody get your flags out. Make sure she understands that this is the Elysian Empire. Yeah, no, obviously a 50 cal pistol uses a much shorter burning propellant and doesn't achieve the same muzzle velocity because the propellant has to burn all the way down the muzzle. And if you're still burning propellant when you leave the muzzle, then your round's going to be basically useless and probably far less accurate. It's a waste. It's pointless. It's bigger than necessary, and it will ultimately use more magazine space. Hell, if you tried to load that into a pistol, your pistol would be like yay wide in the handle alone. The grip would be ridiculously sized. Like, it just wouldn't make sense. So yeah, you do use different 50 cal. 50 cal is just the girth of the ammunition. It's not the length of the warhead or the amount the bullet or the actual length of the propellant either. Hey, Fuzzy. Oh, do we have a Maggie? Do we have a Maggie? Did I see a Maggie? Apparently there's a Maggie. Don't tell me what to do with my life. Oh god, I mentioned girth and now Fuzzy's all over that. Yes, I play a game with very little, almost no lewd whatsoever if Slanesh isn't involved. And we're already talking about lube and girth versus length. I know, it's one of those days. I'm going to blame simply Fuzzy and Maggie, because I can. And they can't really defend themselves because they're only in chat and they're not on voice, so makes it an uneven playing field, and I'm all over that. I think we'll get ourselves another tentacle marine. What's the sit rep on the lube? Okay. So those of you who don't know, we came to this planet. We found a unit that we think is like a relic-y type thing that we can get. And it says, blah, 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 processing unit on the underside, blah, 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 Spitix and ducks, blah, 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 nourishes living race, is a perfect lubricant. So the thing we're coming here for, one of these things that we're trying to get, these wins, these relics of a bygone era, is perfect lubricant. So we are here claiming perfect lubricant in the name of the Emperor. And currently the status on the lubricant is it's there, and we still haven't captured it. We need to capture the perfect lubricant. Well, we have Kraken bolts now, so we're... Oh, hello, what are you? Oh, you're still Armors. Oh god, now Rick's joining in. I forgot to get the Talisman of Vol. Okay, I'm coming back to that in a bit. I keep calling them Talismans of Vol. Those are Blackstone fortresses, which are A, a lot bigger, and B, a lot more dangerous, and C, in the hands of all the bad guys. So it's just a Rune of Vol. God damn it, Gothic Chain. My chat, you're terrible, terrible people, and it's why I love you. Ah no, you're Imperial Bastion, why are you shooting at me? Don't do that. I'm a good guy. Yeah, the Grox Pasture I should probably claim. I'll have to grab that at some point. I thought all the Blackstone fortresses got blown up, didn't they? Or was it just the one that crashed into Kadir? Kaney, so... 5 were destroyed after or during the Gothic War. 2 got away in the hands of Abaddon the Despoiler. 1 was given to... I was like Huron Blackheart. And during the rewritten canon, because god damn it, 40k had to rewrite the canon because they were unhappy how the last one turned out. And during the rewritten canon for the 13th Crusade, I think one of them blew up, but they still have 1 off the top of my head. But they changed the canon, so it's a little bit confusing. Was it 5? I thought it was 7. It might have been 5. I could be wrong. Blackstone fortresses. Six. Well, there we go. We're both wrong, but by the same amount. So on average, we were right. Don't worry. On average. Yeah, so one of them was destroyed or something. 3 of them that were in Imperial custody disintegrated. 2 of them remained. Huron Blackheart after the Gothic Wars let you see imprisonment of resurrected Robert Gurleman, his followers. They were fighting the captured forces, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And one of them ate Alfred Althwy. Alfred Althwy? Is that how it's pronounced? I don't know. I think we will hold position there. You're not. Bombardment. Armor. Oh, I want all of these. Get the Thunderfire Cannon. No, the new cannon is that it crashed into the planet, I think. I should probably use the crack grenades that we have at that. Okay, you capture that. What's in it? Endurance implant. Gives us extra movement. And we'll get the Grok's pasture. Aww. Sorry, Maggie. I hope you enjoy going back to work. Fuzzy! Fuzzy, are you still in chat? Do you have Deep Rock Galactica? Or Deep Rock Galactic? I think it's Deep Rock Galactic. You don't? Oh no. Because Peachy got me hooked on it yesterday, and now I'm playing it like all the time. And I'm probably going to be playing it in like 15 minutes with some of my mods as well. It's too much fun. It's too much fun. Alright, let's try throwing a crack grenade. Did that do anything? Simply, I would totally talk Fuzzy into playing with us, but Fuzzy would probably be asleep, because apparently Fuzzy sleeps like a normal person. Isn't that right, Fuzzy? Did that do anything? Yeah, I'd have to shoot at it with normal rounds. I kind of want to get something bigger. Bob sleeps like a normal person. The snuggles are good. Fine. I'll accept that excuse. This time. Scout bikers! Oh, yeah. Marking more die with normal bikers. Snuggles are a pretty good excuse. They're not the best excuse. I can think of, like, at least one better excuse. But Snuggles are a pretty good excuse. You've requested a key for Deep Rock. Fuzzy, because it's you, just because it's you, I read that as Deep Rack to begin with. But only because it's you. Oh god, there's a sheepdog in chat. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh no. Run away. I think we'll put you on sleep until production is cancelled. Got everybody in chat today. We've got a Maggie, a Fuzzy, a Simply, a Sheepy. Just everybody. Not that I'm complaining. Caney! You're here to burn. Why are you here to burn my stream down? What did it ever do to you? Apart from the whole loot thing. Apart from the loot thing. We might get that down eventually. Let's get some bikers over here. It looks so deliciously flammable. Don't burn my stream! I need it to live. Construct an auto relay. It generates influence. Okay. What do we need? More power? We've got loads of research. I'm thinking more power. Gotta pretend to be an adult. Oh no! That sucks. Time to produce heroes. How do I produce my hero? Like, I don't think I have a hero that I can produce, right? Oh, hello. Check priest NC. Oh, God. Shrine of the Aquila. That's, yeah, I should build a Shrine of the Aquila. Good point, good point. Shrine of the Aquila, which is over here somewhere. Oh, God, I don't have population for that. All right, cancel. We'll have to construct a dormitory before we can do that, then. Which I guess we should grab a tile for. I have no adult fun. Sheepy, that's not what I heard. Oh god! What is this? It looks a bit derpy. Castellan robot. It's got a gigantic flamer. Sheepy is a filth wizard. I'm not gonna lie. Oh god, that's awfully big. Come on. Dapaduka, this is Gladius. Okay, its health is going down. You're good. Yeah, Devastators would help. Hi there. Bye. That was a thing. Bye-bye. I mean, the tech priests are being mind controlled, but whatever, they won't mind. Alright, I'm gonna shoot you. Shoot you. Shoot you. Shoot you. Hopefully we can unlock the lube then. It's on 5 HP. 2 HP. Come on, we can unlock the lube. HP. I want to unlock the lube. God damn it. Shrine of the Aquila, right? But I don't have a Shrine of the Aquila, so I need to unlock that. Okay, I need to unlock that. Cool, 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 cool. Get some more power while we wait.
Welcome to the Empire.
Splat! Thank you for hosting! Oh, Reclusium Imperial Guard. That makes sense. Okay, Reclusium for the Marines. Don't we have the Reclusium, though? I'm gonna back away. No, we don't have the Reclusium. We need... There we go. Generous influence increases loyalty. I've got nothing for that, so plonk it there. Okay. I think we'll try and get a hero, and then we'll call it for this, and we'll switch to a different game. Oh, we'll try and grab this as well. There's a Shard of Guile there. Did we get the... No. Okay. Got to kill something else for you. Right click it. Oh, maybe I just need to right click to claim. That's a good point. I could just try that. That would be smart. Oh, hello. Kavalan's back. What the hell was that it was firing? Quad barrel artillery gun. Okay. Ooh, orbital deployment. Ooh. You have my interest, now you have my attention. Gavaduga! 2 in a row, thank you very much! We've got ourselves a lube! Space lube! Ooh. Got ourselves some space lube. ourselves a librarian. Alex, you have one base as the Space Marines, apparently. Simply hyping about the lube there. Okay. I saw a cat and devil there. I mean, it is his home, so I think it's allowed to be there. Under suckers. Huzzah! Loot for everyone, except for the commoners. Those that have transgressed the Imperial's light. You're trying to find things you relate to in this game. Well, I'm glad you can relate to lube. You know, everyone's gotta have something close to their heart, right? You can die. And you can come over here. Now, 4 turns until we get to construct that. Oh no, don't come back with the big guy. Miss Amy Hoyle, I joined and you're talking about lube. So, standard Thursday night, right? Garsmore, I think this entire place is a little bit messed up to begin with. I don't think there's much saving this place. Yeah, we need bigger guns. Did I forget to grab that? No, I did grab that. Okay. Forgot to grab the Grok's pasture. Okay, I could grab that. Where's my peoples? What's this? Jink.
Welcome to the Empire.
Smicko! 1989, welcome to the Empire. Thanks for support the channel. Smicko! Welcome! Everybody raise your salutes to a new member of the Imperium. And I think we'll chuck some crack grenades? I don't know if that did anything. They don't seem to... No, it did! It's not great, though. I literally subbed because I've never heard someone say lube so many times in one stream. Wait, does that work? Does that work? Lube, 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 lube. There we go. Is that how you get the subscribers on Twitch? I don't know how Twitch works. Does that work? Now, in YouTube, it's you need to put boobs in the thumbnail. That I know. I don't know what it is in Twitch. So do you just have to say lube a lot? Blue, blue, blue. It sounds very similar. It's Twitchy. What do you expect? True, fair.
Receiving incoming transmission.
Lube makes everything earlier. Build for a game. It's meant to make things easier, not earlier. If it makes it earlier for you, sure. Fuzzy, 100 bits. Shut up and take my bitties. Only if there is lube. Thank you very much, Fuzzy. Aww. Thank you, Fuzzy.
Receiving incoming transmission.
Simply 200 bits. Party. Blub. Blub, 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 blub. Thank you very much for the 200 bits, Simply. Thank you very much. Y'all are crazy. Thank you so much. To be fair, it's the same, so... Birds of a feather flock together. I guess that's why we're streaming. I'm going to skip you and then Turin. Look at Josh. He says lube loads and he still sucks. I mean, maybe it helps him, you know? Maybe lube helps him suck. Oh, no. Oh, God. The 3 of them. Okay. Okay, this is not a good idea. Mistakes may have been made. I may have made some mistakes here. Yeah, shoot that. You, shoot that. Bikes, come back so we can heal up because you're super badly damaged. And you... Yeah, I'm just going to leave you. Thursdays are thunder hammering days. That's when we watch things getting squished by thunder hammers. Apocalypses are on Mondays. There we go. That's why the lube helps. When you're hammering something, you know, gotta make sure there's good action there. How long we got? We've got 2 more turns until that. Okay. That's a fair point, Mr. Miho. A fair point. That's yeah, that's fair. Alright, research librarian. Oh, did I accidentally skip by mistake? Yosh. I should just come back here because it won't take that long. And 1 turn for you. And research, Devastator, Space Marines, we need that. The land speeder can change weapons. Really? No, that's cooldown. Jink. It allows it to take less damage. I don't think it can change weapons. Oh, Amy, that's harsh. It's fair, but it's still harsh. I'm gonna pull back and then hold until healed. You can hold. And then we're going to get ourselves... Oh, we can build ourselves a captain. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Captains are lame. Build ourselves a librarian. 9 turns. Oh. Well, I would try and finish mine, but no one joined in. How many subs do you need for a new emote? Because Enter Lube would be a hell of an addition. I think I need 47 sub points for a new emote. Because we hit quite a few last... was it last year when XCOM came out? When XCOM 2 came out, we had a wave of subs, so it pushed the numbers up.
Welcome to the Empire.
And Lauren's now
Stay
hosting.
shiny.
Thank you very much, Lauren. If they dare come in here with all their like cannons and ships and stuff, you better get those flags ready. Or nukes if it's
Welcome
bad.
to the Empire.
Son of
Stay
Monster!
shiny.
Son of Monster, welcome to the Empire. Thanks for guys over the channel. I don't know, that's kind of harsh towards your parents. Son of Monster. Unless you're going for like that Lord of the Rings opening, like where you're like, I'm son of Thranduil, brother of Elendil, mother of Tanquil, and part-time worker for Bing Bong. Thrice removed from the throne and mother to a murdered child, and I will have my vengeance in this. That's just Gladiator. That's not Lord of the Rings. I mean, like the Silmarillion, where they just spend like half a page going on about someone's relations. You could be like, I'm son of Monster, mother of Harpy, wife of Hydra. I don't know why everything begins with a H today. Anyway, Son of Monster, welcome to the Empire. Thanks for in the channel. Thank you indeed. Okay, right, I'm gonna probably roll this up in the next couple of minutes, and then we'll switch to playing Deep Rock Galactic with some mods. If Rick, can you let me know which mods are down for it in the chat? In the mod chat. Be conservative about your nuke usage. Oh, Rick. Okay, cool. In which case, I'll be joining you in a minute. I think we'll just end turn there. Suddenly. Deep Rock. It's a bit like, Left 4 Dead, a bit like Vermintide, kind of cooperative mission type shooter thingy-mabob, but not really a full shooter. There we go. I think we'll save it here. Oh, and there's dwarfs in it. Yeah, you know, dwarfs in space. Basically, we can consider it the continuation of Warhammer 40k, where they forgot about the squats and what they were. And there's a lot of heresy going on. Kenny, will I be playing this for YouTube? I think so. I think I'll probably do a short series. I'll probably record it tomorrow. So you'll be seeing that going out maybe tomorrow, actually. It depends. What I'll likely do is I'll start alternating Jurassic Park with it. So it should, in theory, go Jurassic Park today, this tomorrow, Jurassic Park this, Jurassic Park this. And then at the same time, we should have Hearts of Iron, Aurora, Hearts of Iron, Aurora, Hearts of Iron, Aurora. But it's a little bit iffy. I have recorded another Hearts of Iron, crazy. It's didn't get uploaded in time today, but it has just finished rendering, so it is ready to go up. It's the invasion of Italy. And I'm gonna put save in here. New. Sure, and we'll call this Twitch Intro 1. There we go. Can you get Catcher and Devil in Jurassic Park? I want to see that mod. Can we play like a new game? We can. Let's just have a quick look. It says Space Marines. It's not Space Marines. Necrons, Orcs, Astra Militarum. You can play the Imperial Guard. Why did you have Space Marines Imperial Guard?